And welcome back to Subculture After Dark. Well, we love playing new music on this show, and we've got two brand new tracks from a band called Upsetter that we thought you guys might like, but we also thought we want to know a little bit more about this band, so we thought we would actually get both Jasper and Emily on the phone to chat a little bit about Upsetter. Welcome to the program.
Hello, how you going?
So, Jasper, Emily, tell us a little bit about Upsetter. How has this group formed? Because you guys come from a little bit of a different background. You're both audio engineers, I understand.
Yeah, so for me, I kind of started the project a few years ago. I've been an audio technician for about 10, 11 years, 12 years now, like long working in like the DIY punk and hardcore space, and I kind of moved into a bit more of the professional realm with that, and was operating audio for a lot of artists for years, and COVID kind of happened, and I had a whole lot of energy and a whole lot of things to get out, and kind of was feeling super inspired at the time by some artists that were putting out some really cool music like Loathe. And I was like really into the sounds that you could kind of get from a bass six guitar, and kind of started writing music, really focusing on like having an outlet for, you know, being not only a creative, but being around the creative space a lot, and kind of got going with that, wrote for a long time, started working with our old drummer, Sebastian, and we went and recorded some music, and then we met Emily, and Emily's been a part of it for a little while now, and we've been working a while, kind of cooking things in the background, trying to get all of our ducks in a row and get things organized. But yeah, that's kind of like I guess a brief overview of how it kind of got started and where we got up to till now.
Awesome. And what about for you, Emily? What was that moment like when you met Jasper and first heard about this project?
I was managing a recording studio in Meanjin, and called Airlock Studios, and I met Jasper through basically the EP recording.
Yeah, we were recording the first few songs for what the EP that is coming out, and that is now on.
Yeah, and sort of hung around, and I knew Sebastian from uni. We both went to uni together, and we all really gelled. And a little while after that, that's when they sort of asked me if I wanted to join, and I was really keen.
Awesome. Now, the two tracks, we're going to play two tracks in just a moment, both Blossom and Hate Me. Tell us a little bit about these tracks and how they came into being.
Blossom and Hate Me were both written pretty late for the record that we're kind of gearing up to put out. Blossom was just kind of, you know, like it's a song about self-reflection and like recognizing that you can be stuck in some like bad cycles of comparing yourself to others and kind of expecting stuff of yourself when it's not ready to happen. And kind of like it's an emotional outlet for kind of wishing you could grow and blossom in that word. And Hate Me was the very last song we wrote for that cycle, and it's kind of just about getting in first with your negative feelings before other people can, so you can feel ahead of the game. And yeah, like I'm super happy with both those songs, how they turned out. And I guess because we wrote them so late into the cycle, so late into the piece, we were pretty excited to get them out first. So I guess they're the first two that we're releasing.
You mentioned an album coming out. When can we expect to hear that? And are these two tracks a good example of what we can hear on the full thing?
Yeah, so it's an EP that we're releasing.
Should clock in a bit over 20 minutes. So
cool.
It's a longer EP but not quite an album.
Yep.
That's it. And yeah, it's sort of everything has its space, but yeah, it's pretty cohesive to Blossom and Hate Me. Yeah, the main focus is that there's two basses with the bass six.
Trying to do something fresh and new.
That's it.
There's a little bit of like change between each song. Like we've taken a few different, I guess, song styles to a few different songs, but like ultimately it is all a very similar sonic experience to the first two songs.
That's it.
Awesome. Well, you also worked with Cody McWaters on this album as well. Tell us a little bit about what Cody was like to work with and what you feel he brings to your music.
Cody's amazing. I've been very, very dear friends with him for like most of my life. We went to primary school together in central Queensland, and we're friends through high school. And he moved to Brisbane a few years before I did. And when I came down, we just became a bigger part of each other's lives. And I guess for me, when it was teeing up to record it and organising it and writing it, it's been so long. Like, we hit the studio with this in late 2021, and I started writing in mid 2020. So like that's how long this has been cooking away for. And when I had started writing this stuff, there was nobody else I could think about like spending that time with and being around him. He just brings so much to me on a personal level, but like his skill and talent as a songwriter and musician and performer and engineer, I think it's unparalleled. And I don't want to hype the guy up, but I truly reckon he's just one of the most underrated producers in Australia easily. And Emily has a great relationship with him too.
100%. Yeah, I met Cody when I first entered into Airlock as manager, and we've just formed a beautiful friendship, and I respect him so much. He's one of the most humble guys out there, and I can second to what Jasper said of, you know, not only does he give so much personally, but he is just incredibly talented.
He won 3 ARIAs, but he only got paid for the trophies for 2 because he's humble enough to be like, oh, 2's enough.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
we love you, Cody.
That is absolutely amazing. And you mentioned the EP coming out, but what have you got planned after that? Are you looking to get out there and do some shows, maybe locally or around Australia? What are the plans after the EP comes out?
Yeah, we're definitely going to be doing an EP launch once we sort of get the digital release out.
It's hard scheduling it in right now because I'm on tour for 3 months straight, like mixing other bands, and Emily has a crazy scheduling, like recording schedule and whatnot. So it's like we're planning this months away. I think in late September or something like that. Like
that's it.
It's as soon as we can do it.
Yeah, but we're sort of already on the road of writing and recording some new material as well.
We spent some time in the studio at the end of last year, between some tour dates of mine down in Melbourne with Chris Lalick, the drummer from Wind Waker.
Yep.
I work with Wind Waker quite a lot. I mix their live stuff, and yeah, we've got 2 songs cooking away with him at the moment that we're pretty happy with, and so we're sitting on an EP, and we've got more music like ready to like happening in the background, and it's just like it's a really nice place to be.
That's it.
We feel a little bit ahead of the game, considering that we're dropping it now. We've got more cooking and coming along.
Yeah.
That is great. Well, we cannot wait to be able to see you play live at some stage. But right now in our show, we are going to play Blossom and Hate Me. So what would you both like to say to all of our listeners out there before they take a listen to these 2 amazing tracks?
Enjoy. These 2 tracks are certainly from the heart, and we hope you can relate in some sort of way. Yeah,
I really hope you like them. It's 2 basses, so it's a bit of a weird experience. I hope you're listening on big speakers.
That's it.
Well, Jasper, Emily, thank you so much for taking the time to chat to us today. It's been an absolute honour having you on the show, and for all of our listeners out here, this is Upsetter.